It is almost that time again. The divisional round of the 2020 NFL season is fastly approaching. And of course the matchup the flock is most looking forward to. Saturday night's barn burner between the best team ever created, the Baltimore Ravens, and their opponent who is fresh off their first playoff victory since '95, none other than the Buffalo Bills. I cannot wait to see these two go at it. I am of course especially excited to see both of these talented young quarterbacks face off yet again. This is going to be a straight up dogfight. Another one of those games for the Ravens that you just feel, we're going to have to gut this one out. It's going to be another tough, physical game, and we're going to have to come with that same energy we came out with last week in our sweet victory against the Titans. And with the forecast looking the way it is, we might see a white field out there in what would be Lamar's first official snow game. Winter is coming. Could this actually help the Ravens, being the absolute powerhouse of a running team that we are? I think the snow actually works out in our favor, which is why I don't think I'd mind it too much, to be honest. Although coming from where he came from, Josh Allen is definitely accustomed to weathering the elements. Ravens just got to keep them Florida boys warm on the sidelines, you feel? Throw that oversized coat on every time. Which, by the way, I always wondered how warm them things actually are. Anyways, regardless, this is going to be another week where every single possession is crucial. Okay, we might just need another clutch pick from our boy Juice Man Peters, or possibly even a fumble forced by our boy Fruit Punch Hump. It's just going to be another one of them type of games. Time of possession will again be big in this one, as it usually is for the Ravens. And of course, ultimately, we must execute when we get our opportunities. We've been very good on third downs, and it would be lit if we could keep it that way. Make every possession count. I think both of these teams will have a lot of success, and I believe it will be another close one in the end. Last time these two teams faced off, our Ravens got the best of them as Josh Allen and company could not quite complete the comeback. 24-17. Great effort by the Bills in defeat. However, their running game, specifically with Singletary in the backfield, was low-key shredding our defense in that matchup last year. But this is a new year, and that was pre-Stephon Gracie Diggs, of course, which obviously in itself will have a great impact in this one. Ravens defense is going to have a laser beam focus on that man. The Bills do pass the ball quite often. However, their yards per carry suggest that they do have success whenever they do choose to tote that rock. But most of the time, it's more of the threat of the run that they use to their advantage. Kind of like a smoke screen or some shit. They use a lot of play action, which the Ravens are definitely going to have to be careful with, especially when blitzing. Oh yeah, and not to mention the NFL leader in receptions and yards this season on the other side. None other than Stephon Below Your Lid Diggs, who in most games this season really did look like the best wideout in the entire league, at least production-wise. I was lucky enough to draft him on my fantasy squad for the second consecutive year. He was my personal secret weapon that ain't so secret anymore. So trust me, I would know. It didn't really matter who was guarding him this year. The man went mad, okay? However, we cannot forget about the old reliable Cole Beasley now. Slip up for just 1 second, and Cole is on a roll. Although he is questionable at the moment, by the way. Not to mention the return of the former Baltimore Raven himself, John Smokey Brown. And even if he's limited on snaps, the sudden emergence of one Gabriel Davis. Josh Allen is an absolute nightmare. With a steel cannon for an arm like Jax off Mortal Kombat, and of course the ability to make plays with his legs. It will be a very tough assignment indeed for this Ravens defense. However, with all of the moves the Ravens made, especially on defense, with that monster D-line, combined with the secondary we have at our disposal, we may have to rely on our big bodies up front to get the job done in this one. It's going to have to begin, as it always does, with stopping the run, which will allow us that freedom to do what we need to do downfield. We're going to have to do whatever we have to possibly do to slow down Diggs. No matter who's guarding him, we need to send help, SOS, immediately. No matter what, we have to somehow find a way to do to Diggs what we did to Henry last week. So despite our star-studded cast on D, I believe we should be seeing plenty of zone coverage and 2 high safeties in this one, especially when not blitzing. Playing man coverage, especially in cover 1, which is just what the Ravens do, could potentially prove to be detrimental, especially if we cannot make it to Allen in time. And of course you don't want to be caught with your entire defensive backs turned towards Allen, because he will take off on your ass looking to score. We cannot allow Josh Allen to run around like a child in a playground out there. And when we do have him compromised in the backfield, we must finish. We cannot allow him to extend those plays in the backfield, because he will make us pay. This Bills offense does love the deep pass. However, all of those deep routes do need time to develop now, which is why we need our D-line to come through big for us in this one again. And plus, of course, the Ravens blitz more than any other team in the entire league this year, per usual. So hopefully we can get pressure all in Allen's grill and shut down any and all of those deep balls. No fly zone. I really feel as though this game will once again come down to the Ravens defense, as I believe our offense will do their job, especially in the run game. The Bills are actually usually pretty good at defending the pass this year. However, I believe on the ground the Ravens will absolutely feast on that Bills D. Pause. Star rookie J.K. Dobbins has definitely been a difference maker for this team, making defenders miss like they ain't married, and sporting that number 27 looking reminiscent of, dare I say his name, Ray Rice. Dobbins has been a huge help and an incredible acquisition for the Ravens. Not to mention the human automobile himself, Gus Edwards. And I would say Mark Ingram, whom I love dearly, by the way, but the Ravens haven't been showing my dog no love whatsoever. What's good with that? Straight up got my dog in the doghouse, okay? I really hope this isn't their way of telling us that he's on the way out of Baltimore, because I really would hate to see the day. He brings so much to this team, especially off the field, in terms of energy. And y'all know how big I am on energy. So yeah, the Ravens need to do whatever we need to do to keep my dog Ingram, okay? But besides that, regardless, we are most definitely going to get ours on the ground, as we have been all year. Top 2 and not 2, to be exact. And of course our boy Lamar finna get off, especially after seeing how the Bills defense dealt with other mobile quarterbacks this year, such as Kyler the Mighty Mouse Murray, and none other than Superman Cam himself. And of course we need to get our playmakers through the air, Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews, involved. Our boy Lamar, of course, is a better passer than they give him credit for, but you know, emoji. But once again, of course, we're going to rely primarily on toting that rock, with our boy Lamar diming him up every now and again. And some solid play from our championship level defense always helps as well. Do y'all believe the Vegas odds actually have the Bills as favorites? the disrespect. Ravy's flock. Let's prove to them all, once again, that they never should have doubted us. Once again, make sure you come right back here immediately after the dub, so we can all celebrate as a true team and bask in our victory. Please consider zero blitzing that subscribe button before you go. Also, leave a like down below if you fucks with the flow. But until next time, stay fly flock, and I'll see you at the games.